It's time. It is that time. It is time for another UK SJPORR experiment beer review. And what have we got today? We've got it from the Grand Poobah himself. That is the UK Grand Poobah. We've got Harry's beer. Oh yeah, that's right. From Idle Valley Brewing. And kind of excited about this one. So Harry did a low ABV beer, or low IBU beer, I should say. It was just, I think, 20 IBUs. And so he kept that hop profile down, yeah, 20 IBUs. But what he did was, he's gonna let the malt shine with the exception of, he put in blueberries. He added blueberries, and he also used Amarillo hops. I'm a huge fan of Amarillo hops. We'll see though, I mean, it's a little older. Wow, the color on this. You know, it's gonna have, the hops will have faded some and changed. So we'll see how this turns out. Well, this is well carbonated. I can say that much. Take a look. It's a real murky color, not a big surprise, considering that we know that, that this beer has all the wheat in it. And it is pretty well chilled right now. It started off with the head, it's dissipated quickly, but let's get a nose on it. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I do pick up on the blueberry and some of the blueberry, who said it? Uncle Jonas said it, I think. Has like a light sour component to it. And then there's a really nice malt sweetness coming off of it too. And there is a hint of orange, and it all blends in really well. I do get that base malt coming through, that original base malt. God, there's almost like a light spiciness to it, which is interesting. Yeah, and very much, I really get a lot of malt on this as well. So, all right, cheers. We're gonna give this one a try. Well, the first thing I want to mention is that this, I think, is actually held up pretty well with the age. I mean, you know, these beers are kind of pushing, you know, long in the tooth, as I've said a few times. But this one's held up very, very well. I'm really tickled with that. I don't know, Harry, if maybe, you know, you put CO2 in the bottle, you know, which really helps preserve the beer a lot better. You get the blueberries. It's not a real strong blueberry flavor. It is definitely there. You get a very light sour component on the blueberry. And I know that people noted that at the beginning too. So it's not an age issue at all. It might be just how the blueberries were prepared or something. There's also really nice sweetness. The Amarillo plays in kind of interesting. You get a hint of the orange, but it's just a light hint. But it kind of blends in with these blueberries, kind of a really interesting take. It's a real interesting complexity, and I've never had anything like this. Very interesting complexity, because the malts really shine very well. You really do get that base malt, but that the whole blueberry kind of puts a whole twist on the sweet flavors that are within it. You know, gives it a little bit fruitier complexion to it, but it really adds to the sweet flavor. It changes up that sweet flavor. It's a lighter sweet flavor, a little more fruity sweet flavor, and yet the base is still there. What a fun play! What a creative beer you made here. And I'm so tickled that it tastes so good still. It really does. I don't know. On a lot of the beers, I said, what could you have done? What could you have done different with some of them? And I don't know. I mean, I would love to say though, Harry, when I heard about this beer originally, I kind of got excited about it because I like twists on beer, and this is definitely a real twist. I would seriously dig on if you took this beer, I don't know what you would, and up the IBUs, add more hops. Of course, I'm in the West Coast of the United States. We love our hops. But I would say up the ante. I would love to see a beer like this with more blueberry, of course, right? But then just, I don't know, might be pricey, and just beat the tar out of it with Amarillo on the back side, and see if you might be able to pull more of the orange out. I don't know. I might be asking too much. I might be silly, but I love the concept. I think the concept is just fantastic, trying to get that blueberry in and get some orange in. Pretty fun. This is one tasty beer, I must say. I'm glad I don't have to rate the beers, because right now I think for me this is #1 so far. It was at Daryl Hannah. I know Hannah's beer was quite good, but well, this one's just drinking really, really good at this point still. I'm quite impressed that it's held up so long. Wow. Hey, this is Kevin from Clement's Homebrew saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, but sometimes you get to drink beer from your friends in the UK. What a privilege. I will see you guys on the next UK SJPORR Experiment Beer Review. Cheers.